I like it.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm Damien. Hello, Rocky. How are you? Welcome back.
I'm doing good. Welcome back.
All right, we're here on our
awesome.
second.
We get our second show.
Oh yeah, second episode.
God, I'm actually digging this intro music.
Thank you.
Keep it. I like it.
That is the intro.
So you got the intro. Yeah. Yeah, welcome back, everybody, to Everything with R&D.
Yes, everything with R&D. I'm Damien. This is Rocky.
Absolutely.
Oh, right. And you were bringing up a wonderful topic. I was like, oh, wait, let's save this for the show.
Oh, dude, we got tons of topics that we want to talk about. But I think we settled on this one where we're going to talk about five like forgotten mafia or gangster style movies.
Yes.
From before 2000. Now,
before 2000, because I have one. I have one for 2015.
Okay, well we can do that. Wow, I didn't even know there was one in 2015, but we'll go for that.
Black Mass with Johnny Depp.
Wow, Black Mass.
That's where he plays the Boston gangster from the Winter Hill Gang.
Okay.
Frank. What was his name? Now I'm drawing a blank. It's not Frank Costello. Oh, I hear the dog at the back.
Yeah, he wants to be part of the podcast. Well, yeah.
You never saw that movie? It came out 2015. Actually, that's the movie that got brought up during the Amber Heard trial, where she was acting crazy on the plane ride while they were going to Boston to film it.
You know, I will be perfectly honest.
He plays Whitey Bulger, and Dakota Fanning's in it. You know, this was right before she did 50 Shades of Grey. She plays his wife.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was really good. But it's like one of those forgotten films. It's based on a true story. It's gangster, and I really enjoyed it.
Well, I'll be perfectly honest. That was about a point in my life when I really didn't go out and see a lot of movies, or I wasn't doing a lot of streaming.
It came onto cable.
I honestly didn't watch a lot of television back then.
Okay,
it was believe it or not, it just wasn't one of those. Well, at that time, I wasn't in the same job I'm doing now. I was working in hospitality.
Oh,
so
okay.
You know, when you're in that industry, I was working 5 nights a week from 4 to 2 a.m. and you're working every holiday, every weekend, and
because we're in the Southwest, is it Southern hospitality?
Not quite. You say Southern hospitality, they'll think of Southwestern hospitality. No,
I tried to make a joke.
It's all right, no worries. It's the hospitality industry, so that means anything that would be service related. So, like if you're working in a restaurant or a bar, movie theater, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Those type of industries where you're basically serving the public like that in a private company like that.
Okay, now I understand.
So in that type of service industry. So I was working at an FEC, which is a family entertainment center, which are so I guess
Chuck E. Cheese type of thing.
More like a Dave and Buster's or a main event style. But this is a private mom and pop here in town.
Okay,
that had opened up, and I just was the lucky one that was working the nights and weekends, and that's just because of what I was hired to do.
Okay.
And what I was hired to do needed to be done at night. So,
okay.
And then of course, you had the other managers that all had their different departments and
Right.
stuff. But
everybody's got to run the ship.
Well, and I was in charge of the bowling leagues.
Oh,
I set up and created bowling leagues for that venue. And,
I love bowling. It's such a fun sport.
Yeah, we went out one night and it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, no, I love bowling. I think it's such a fun place. And that's the one thing I can say that's not dying out with this new generation, because anytime I go bowling, there's always like a young group of kids there.
Well, I'll tell you that the demographics have changed to the younger kids. So
right, in a positive way. But I notice more of the Cosmo type of nights.
That's the change.
Where there's more music and stuff on the backgrounds. I'm like, if you go to the bowling center in Sun City, there's nothing on the wall. It's just a painting of cactuses in the desert.
So the demographics of what bowling was versus what it is now are two completely different things. I mean, if you want, we can have another podcast talking about bowling.
Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely get into
the list. Add that to the list.
Well, that's on the list, but also that's one thing that I love watching about old movies is You see how the bowling alleys were back then. Perfect example is
Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski, where they had a
Kingpin,
especially Kingpin, where they have to handwrite the scores down.
yeah.
Kingpin is a great example because they have the really old bowling alleys where you see the ball going back up the ramp into the thing.
We could do a whole podcast on movies that featured bowling in that style. I mean,
He used Monopoly money to pay a bet.
you got Bill and Ted's did that.
Yeah, where they left Napoleon.
They left Napoleon in there.
That was filmed here, I think. Bill and Ted, they filmed a lot of scenes.
A majority of it was.
Yeah. They filmed at the Circle K that was in Arizona, and the mall, the Paradise Valley Mall.
That was the ice skating rink. So
yeah, where Genghis Khan falls with the security.
That was so sad. It was a sad day
The
when
water
they closed
park
that
too.
mall.
Yeah, the water park too. That
That
was out here in Arizona.
And all those venues are no longer here.
It's a shame, but that's why I love film, because it captures what it was back then.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, we had that place. We had those places to go to.
Yeah, there's just an endless number of movies that have bowling featured in it, and
it's just fantastic to watch.
Yeah,
it's a shame because you really don't see it too much, but I think The Big Lebowski was a hit because one, it was hilarious.
It was well casted too.
Well casted. John Goodman plays the Vietnam War veteran. He throws the ball.
Steve Buscemi and
Steve Buscemi. What was
John
his name?
Turturro. John Turturro.
Yeah, played Jesus.
Yeah. We got to clean your ball scene.
Yeah.
They're using, and everyone's the dude, man.
Dude.
Jeff Bridges. So it was just a well put together movie.
And what's her name? Tara Reid. What was the gold digging wife?
Yeah, just. Oh my
you got the wrong Lebowski, man. I'm the dude. Now that they wrote that based on what happened in real life, that his car was stolen and they found Burger King receipts and someone's homework in the back seat. So that's why they wrote the movie based on that. So that's why when you see the kid's homework, that he's like, "Is this your homework, Danny?" I don't know why, because they don't make the cars with the flip up lights. So anytime I watch that scene where the car's already on, but he already broke the window. So then he reaches in after he broke the window, turns the headlights on so he can smash the headlights. So every time the headlights flip up, I start cracking up at that.
Yeah, they don't even make headlights like they used to anymore.
No, they banned it in 2007, I believe.
All these weird LED lights and stuff.
No, I love the Miatas with the flip up lights, the Trans Ams. I love that.
This is the Gen Xer in me, and I'm gonna say, as cool and gnarly as it looks,
right?
Gnarly, there's a word for it.
Yeah, you go gnarly, totally.
As cool and gnarly as it looks, I can tell you that it is such a pain in the ass because they don't make cars easy to fix.
No, they don't.
And so, back then, you bust a headlight, you can just run over to your auto parts store and buy a new headlight.
Buy a new one.
And it would cost you $20. You pop it in, and away you go. Now it's like, especially the tail end,
the LEDs.
Because they're LEDs and the light.
There's no bulb.
Wraps around the left side to the back and even on the trunk. So, now you're fixing three things instead of one. And,
right.
Oh my God, it's just.
Sometimes it's best to get the bare bones package, because if you get the car that doesn't have the LEDs, like Subaru Impreza and stuff like that, it's straight up bulb. You just put a bulb back there. The same thing as my Mazda. It looks like it's LED, but the way the bulb is in there, it reflects it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I still drive this 2005 pickup, because it's like.
That's an 05, that Silverado?
That's an 05.
Oh, our coworker, she has an 06, but it doesn't have the back door. So hers is just a two-door cab.
Yeah, but it's just so easy to fix.
And now I was driving. Cheap to fix. I was driving on the 101. I got a flat tire. I pulled over just before the 17 exit, and I was able to change my tire. And I put it on. I drove to Costco, and when I went to finally get a tire at a tire shop, the guy was like, "Oh, you're lucky you have a spare." I'm like, "What do you mean I'm lucky I have a spare?" He goes, "All these new cars, they don't have spare tires anymore." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
I'm like, so I'm looking at your vehicle. You have a spare tire under the back there.
And it's a full size.
Right.
I tell everybody get a full size. Like, I had to talk to my mom.
Right.
Actually, I had to do it for her.
Full size.
Because it was a really bad snowstorm, and we went up up north, towards Flagstaff.
Flagstaff.
When it was really bad, and this was the year that the snow was really bad that it just tore up the roads.
Oh.
Well, we hit a pothole, and so I was like, okay, I'll just put the spare on. And she had the donut.
Oh, she had the donut.
It's like 8:00 at night. Like,
Right.
damn, I'm not gonna get a tire tonight. Well, I guess we're riding back to Phoenix and my donut.
Yeah.
So here we are down the I-17. For anybody that doesn't know, Flagstaff to Phoenix is like 140 miles. So here we are. What normally would take an hour and a half to 2 hours took like 4 hours. Because here we are going down the I-17 with my hazards on,
Right.
with a donut on. And you're not even supposed to ride the donut more than
50 miles per hour.
or even more than 50 miles total.
Right. So that's what I did. I had to take East Beardsley Road to get to my destination because I couldn't go on the 101.
We rode that donut for like 200 miles.
Oh God.
It was like, let's hope nothing breaks because there's like nothing around here.
What was it, late at night? Was like less people on the road?
Yeah, and it was on a weekend night, so thank God it wasn't as bad, but there's still a lot of traffic. That highway's too small. But it was funny because here we are, 9 o'clock at night. We're in my mom's car, and I got the hazards on, and I'm like literally in the shoulder. So no one runs me over.
Because it's 2 lanes.
Because it's only 2 lanes. And so it's like, and people don't pay attention. Like, this car's going really slow. So thank God I was in the shoulder because people were just flying
past you.
Here I am going like 40 miles an hour. I mean, it felt like a stagecoach.
Yeah, and even that, they don't make new vehicles with donuts anymore. It depends on the car company.
Yeah.
So Mazda still does it.
Yeah.
But your mom's brand, what was that, a Hyundai or whatever? I don't think they do it anymore.
The Elantra, yeah.
So Hyundai, so I don't think certain vehicles don't make them anymore, especially trucks. That surprised me because they said it's, I forgot what it's called, some type of flat type of tire where you could drive on it flat. But I'm like, what happens if it's a damage like mine where it was a sidewall puncture? You know, it blew out on the side. So I was just like, you're kind of screwed.
Yeah. Well, they want you to pay for that service. And
Exactly. It's all about making money.
Call AAA and or wherever you got. And
I had AAA, but I wasn't calling them. I was like, I could do this myself because we're old school. That's how we were raised. But you know what's so interesting is they say a proper car to get so people don't steal is a stick shift because these young kids don't know how to use stick shift.
I first learned on a stick shift.
Yeah, I used to fly past your house right here on a stick shift when I had my 2014 BRZ. That was a stick, and also I had an aftermarket exhaust, so you could hear me coming.
Oh yeah,
you hear that purrs, like,
and cool little tail lights on it.
Oh yeah. I ended up changing it at the end. It was like the red and white ones.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I tried to make it look like like a newer one. So I tried to make it look like a 2017, 2018 Subaru.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Johnny Depp, I mean,
yes.
One of my favorite forgotten movies from back then was Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco, yes.
Donnie Brasco, Al Pacino, Michael Madsen. Oh, God rest his soul.
May he rest in peace. Yeah.
Michael Madsen.
Forget about it. Forget about it.
So you like the DeVille?
Oh, forget about it.
Yeah, I got the Fleetwood Bob.
Is that right?
Yeah.
With the velour?
Forget about it.
I love that movie. He says forget about it more than he says or.
Well, you know what? What was best? Okay, so Sonny Black was originally offered to, what's his name? Is it Richard Cavell? I can't pronounce his name. He plays Sonny in Bronx Tale.
There's Sonny Black and Sonny Red.
So Sonny Black was supposed to be played by the gentleman that plays Sonny in the movie The Bronx Tale. He created The Bronx Tale, that actor.
Okay.
And he was offered it, but he said no. He was like, I don't know. I just finished playing the Sonny. And that's the one where I'm sorry, Chaz Palminteri. That's the actor.
Chaz Palminteri, there you go.
Chaz Palminteri was originally offered the role of Sonny Black. And I was just like, wow, that would have been good. That would have made it more. Yeah, that would have made it a little more New York authentic. Because nothing against Michael Madsen, but he doesn't have the New York accent.
Well, he played Sonny Red, I believe.
No, Sonny Black. Sonny Red was by the other guy. I forgot his name with the curly hair and his son
older
Bruno.
Guy?
Yeah, the older guy.
Though he was the father in that. Yeah.
He was the father. Yeah, and his son Bruno is the one that goes into hiding. Actually, I used to work with someone that was best friends with Bruno.
Oh, wow, okay.
So he grew up with Bruno, and he went to high school with him and everything.
Are you? No, you're referring to the character Bruno, not Bruno Kirby.
No, not Bruno Kirby, but Bruno. I forgot his last name. His real name was Alafonsi or something like that. So the gentleman who was a retired mail carrier, I worked with him at the time. He was 60. This was like 2007. So he knew Bruno, and he told me, he goes, that actor kind of played it right. He started doing coke and stuff like that. I was like, oh wow, But when Sonny Red got killed, Bruno was supposed to be at that meeting. He didn't show.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he ended up getting high and not going to the meeting.
Still one of my favorite movies. I love that movie.
I love Donnie Brasco. I think it's really, really great acting. One of my favorite scenes is at the end when he has to find out he gets made. I mean, it's based on a true story. Like, what's your opinion on Donnie Brasco being a true story, being made into film?
Well, I'm interested more along the lines of, because it was originally, it's based off of a book.
Joe Pistone.
Yeah, Joe Pistone book. So I'm wondering how much of the book is actual factual to the movie.
So the one thing in the movie I could tell you that's not true is when he slaps the wife, when she says, "Oh, you're becoming like them." You know that? Like, he's still with the wife.
When they're in the kitchen.
Yeah, in the garage, because he's trying to
No, I
find.
thought they were in the kitchen because he was like yelling at her about the cereal or something like that.
No. This was towards the end where he's looking for the bag of money to give Lefty to leave.
The $300,000.
Right. And she's like, "Oh, you're becoming them. Like you're becoming
right.
just like one of them." And then he smacks her. So that wasn't true.
Wow, that was Anne Hesh, right?
She passed away from the car driving out of control.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Well, you think she was killed?
No, it's a conspiracy. Well, just look it up on YouTube, the Anne Hesh conspiracy. Right. But
What's the conspiracy?
They don't think she actually died in the car crash.
They think someone killed her and then put the car out of control?
Supposedly, the footage is that when they put her in the stretcher to put her in the ambulance, whoever was in the stretcher got up before they got in the stretcher,
right,
signifying that they were alive.
Oh.
So she didn't die there, if she even died at all.
Wow. You know,
I'll have to find the video clip on that.
Great, but she acted great in that movie. I thought she did a great job.
I thought she was fantastic.
She ended up being in a relationship with
Ellen,
but I don't. That might have been a farce too.
Could have just been money related. I don't know.
Could have been money related. So one of my favorite scenes in Donnie Brasco. Again, we want to talk about mafia movies and the culture and the dialogue. There's a lot of dialogue in that movie. One of my favorite is where he tells them that he went in front of the skippers.
You know what I did yesterday? I went in front of all the skippers. And cocksucker Sonny Red, all of them. I went on a record with you. You know what that means?
I think I do.
You do. You ain't got no fucking idea, my friend. Nobody can touch you now. I'm your man. Jesus Christ couldn't touch you.
Oh, this is where
I
they're sitting on the couch.
So,
yes.
It was for Christmas.
Keep your nose clean.
That was the Christmas scene, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my mind's
Follow
not
the
going to go.
rules, and who knows, maybe
Thought
one
you were
day
an
when
orphan.
they open the books, you get straightened out.
Make you a wise guy.
Become a wise guy. A made guy. Come on. Lift your glass.
Yeah, that was a good scene.
I die with you, Donnie. Anything happens, I'm responsible.
Such a great scene because he's telling him, he's like, "Hey, I went in front of all the made guys, all the skippers, like, he's like, that's what he tells him. He goes, you keep your nose clean, you be a good owner." He goes, "They'll open the books for you." I'm just like, wow, it's like an opening into the mafia world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently they were really close. And
No, they were. There's real footage and audio of the real guy, and then you could see how Pacino captured that guy.
yeah. And when I keep like doing reviews or reading reviews on the movie and whatnot, and you just hear about things about that movie, it's one of the few movies that's like authentic to New York. Like you hear a lot of people from that region talk about not only just the atmosphere, but just how they interacted.
Well,
Because there's another movie that falls in line with that wasn't as popular. It actually got shadowed by another big mafia movie at the time. It was filmed in New York.
oh, this is the real guy.
Whole fucking conversation with my wife for the last 15,
That's real Lefty.
45 minutes is all based on you. What's the matter now?
That's the real
Hey,
Donnie.
Donnie, come off your fucking high horses. Let me tell you something. Now listen to me carefully.
I'm listening.
Oh, you're gonna listen.
So that's the real Lefty. And
Wow.
what happened was he was telling him that Tony Mira was complaining, saying that Donnie Brasco made $500,000 and that Donnie Brasco is not a real guy and that he's a fake. So Lefty was defending him, and that's when he had the phone call. He goes, no, I went in front of all of them and I told them that you wanted this, and it's just like they were trying to find out who Donnie was because the Bonanno crime family really didn't look into Donnie's background. They were so desperate to make money that's where that happened. And it's interesting with Donnie Brasco because it connects into another movie. I forgot the name of it.
Was he really that knowledgeable about jewelry?
Yes, he had to go to a jewelry training class in the
Because
FBI.
that's how he got in the first place. Was
Right. And he was from New Jersey, so the accent came to him naturally. He grew up with the Italians, I believe in Patterson at the time. So he grew up with the mafia type of thing. So he knew how they worked.
But he was able to spot the fakes versus the real diamonds and stuff like that.
Exactly. So he went,
like
so he went to the jewelry school, the jewelry class, and he was able to talk like what he was doing was right. And
like he'd been doing it for what, 5-10 years? Is that
right.
what it was?
And he said that the way he did it was he would bring in jewels, bring it to the bar owner. He goes, hey, can you kind of like pawn this for me? Then when he came back, he kept coming back to the bar, and then the bartender finally gave him an envelope full of cash. And then that's when the mafia started to call him Don the Jeweler.
Don the Jeweler. That's right.
That's why in the movie it opens up to him when Lefty brings him the engagement ring. He says it was a Tiffany diamond $8,000 engagement ring, and he says that he wants to pawn it off. And that's when he looked at it. He goes, "It's a fake."
Yeah. What do you call it? The fajul?
A fugazi.
Fugazi. There you go. The fugazi. It's a fugazi.
Yeah, he was like,
"What the fuck's a fugazi?"
Yeah. He's like,
it's a fake.
No, but that's what he's like. He's like, you looked at that ring for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, and I can tell you it's a fugazi. Now let me show you these. And he pulls the real diamonds out of his pocket.
The real diamonds out of his pocket because he was known as Don the Jeweler. Yeah. Fugazi. That's right. It was.
And then he beats the shit out of him later.
Yeah, because it was it was a strip club owner. It was a strip club owner that bet, I think it was $8,000 on the New York Giants to win, and he lost, and he owed Lefty the money. So he says, "Oh, that's my wife's Tiffany diamond engagement ring," and that's what he told him. He goes, "Somebody here is lying." This is when he's looking at the ring.
Why don't you give it to your wife?
My wife? How am I gonna give it to my wife? I ain't married.
You got a girlfriend?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend, yeah.
So marry her.
It was Annette.
You for real? I'm asking you to middle a diamond for me here. Now all I want from my end is 8,000.
What I'm saying to you is you should give it to somebody that don't know any better, because that's a fugazi. All right?
That's a fugazi? How do you know it's a fugazi? You looked at it for 2 seconds.
I think the acting between the two of them was just fantastic.
Oh, it was spot on with each other.
They worked well together. They fed off of each other, and that was a really good thing.
Well, Johnny Depp kept saying that while on set, Al Pacino kept saying the same joke to like make Johnny laugh, and Johnny wouldn't laugh because he was just like, he's like, "Hey, Johnny, a skeleton walks into a bar and asks for a beer and a mop," and Johnny like, "Yeah, so." And then Al Pacino was doing something, and he told Al Pacino, he's like, Al, you're pretty fucking crazy, I think Al was like dancing or something on the set, and then Al Pacino pulls it to the side. He goes, "Hey, you know something? You're a little weird yourself."
Little do they know later on.
But Al Pacino, that's another thing. You talked about the actress. I forgot her name. You just mentioned
Anne Hess.
Anne Hess. She did come out during the trial on one of the podcasts, and she looked right in the camera. She goes, "Let me tell you something." She goes, "That is bullshit.
So she defended Johnny
She
Depp?
defended Johnny. She said it was bullshit. She goes, "He's not violent. He's nothing like that. He's a sweetheart. He's a gentleman." She goes, I think this woman is just doing a publicity stunt and trying to attack Johnny." And she came out in his defense. And then literally she dies like a week later.
Wow.
Right after that podcast.
The mafia.
No, I love Donnie Brasco, especially at the end when he tells him he's going to make him a made man when they're outside. But again, that's where you kind of see it slips up, where he tells him, he goes about the boat. He goes, How much a boat like that? Remember you said he was
Oh,
like,
he said it wasn't. He was saying it was a Fed boat. It was a FBI boat.
no. What happened was they were feeding the lion in the car, which was real. That happened. There was a lion.
So he actually got a lion. It was a
they-
Mike Tyson thing, right?
They actually had a lion. It was bothering people in the neighborhood. They were walking the
Yeah,
lion.
he got that from Sonny.
Yeah,
Or they
it was
went
a
into
gift.
That hangar, and he's all like, "What am I gonna do with this?"
So what they did was they left it
In the car.
No, they left it in real life. They left it chained to a tree or something in a park, and then animal control and got it because the lion was too big and too much to take care of.
They really fit hamburgers.
They fed it hamburgers and meat, and they did bring it down to Florida. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah. So
That's
the
the story. Hey, remember that one time that
and
we
it's
got
the
a lion?
mafia. Yeah, and it's the mafia that owns the lion. So who are you going to complain about? So the neighborhood would complain to the mafia about it. Like, hey, you got to get rid of this freaking lion. And then they listened, and then they tied it to a tree or something, and the
Called
police
animal
came.
control.
Yeah, and the animal control took it away to like a zoo or something.
That's fun.
That's a true story.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually pretty insane. No, I remember that part where they were talking about there was the scene there towards the end where they were talking about the boat and
Right. So what he wanted was he wanted he wanted him to leave. He's like get out of this life, make a better
you
life.
talking about
for
where
yourself.
they actually physically pulled him out when
Right.
when they were on the dock.
No, where he was telling him, we got a contract on Bruno, and I'm gonna propose you for membership. So you got to kill Bruno. That's how you get the contract, and that's what he told him. He was like,
Was that there towards the end where they went to the boat and then that's when the FBI showed up?
So it was before that when they were outside the restaurant. I'm trying to find the scene. I can't find it, but they were outside the restaurant, and he goes, you know what that means? He goes, yeah, it means I can't fuck it up. He goes, hey, you read my mind. And then he's like, Lefty, I got to talk to you about something. He goes, what? He goes, the boat that you mentioned like last year about the Benchram. Like, how, he's like, well, you could get one for like 700 U's. Why? He goes, it's 10 degrees. You're talking about boats, Donnie? He goes, don't get crazy on me. Because he, during the scene where he was feeding the lion, he told him, he goes, I tell you, if I had that sports boat, the fisherman boat, he goes, I'd go on it and I'll disappear. I'll leave this life. Because that's how pissed he was. Because Sonny Black got up
Yeah.
and he didn't. Problem is, the real Lefty had a gambling problem. And he just couldn't get proposed for membership. Like, Lefty was a good mafia guy, but he wasn't a boss. It's like, you got to have someone responsible to be a boss. That's why they gave it to Sonny Black.
Yeah.
That's when
And then Sonny gave him the lion.
right, and that's when what's his last name? Giancarlo.
Yeah, 'cause they thought that he was gonna get whacked.
Giancarlo.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's when Giancarlo got killed. You see him in the beginning. He has the cigar and the glasses.
Yeah.
He got killed in a restaurant, and that's where you see he's like hunched over with the cigar in his mouth. That was that guy. So it got sent to Rusty, who was in jail. So that's where Sonny Red and Sonny Black both ran it. One guy ran Little Italy, the other guy ran Brooklyn, which was Sonny Black.
Gotcha.
And one of them was a better earner than the other one. That's why Sonny Black was desperate to go down to Florida and do the deals, but that's Santo Trafficante's territory. So that's why they invited him on the boat, which was a true story because they used that same boat for the ab scam, and the name of the boat was a Left Hand, which is Lefty, because he's known as Lefty left hand, two hands, all that stuff. You see where they're typing like his AKAs, and one of them is horsecock. I'm like, what the hell?
So is this in any relation to Goodfellas in any way?
No, it's not no, because that was the Lufthansa heist, but they did know each other. So
No, because they always kept referencing go down to Florida and blah blah blah.
no, that was because that is kind of connected because someone in Trafficante's crew owed New York money, so that's when they went down to collect. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because Santo Trafficante was part of a Goodfellas. You see that boss in Donnie Brasco. You also see him in the new movie called Alto Nights. He was one of the bosses that
Okay.
went to New York for the meeting.
I remember you telling me about that one. Yeah.
Right. So it's more connected with the movie with Robert De Niro and Bradley Cooper, and they talk about the ab scam with the FBI.
Gotcha.
And that's what it was, where they dressed up as Arabs to do a scam with the politician. So that's when the news got out, and that's when Lefty saw it. So what happened was, in real life, Lefty saw it on the airplane, the magazine, and he pointed it out to Donnie. Donnie's like, well, we were just having a party. We got away. They can't lock us up for having a party. We weren't doing anything illegal. So he talked his way out of it, but Lefty was a little curious.
Okay.
Like, how did you get that boat?
Yeah.
Because he kept telling him, he's like, I want that boat, Donnie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that movie came out in 97. So Goodfellas was 90.
1990?
1990. Yeah. That was a big movie back then. And it basically took over all of the theaters.
Yeah,
and
that's not really, Goodfellas is not really a forgotten one.
no, but
Maybe
the
Casino.
No, well, that's not really forgotten either. Those are very big profile movies at
Yeah.
the time.
A lot of
But
dialogue.
there is another one that came out the same year as Goodfellas in 1990 that is overshadowed, and I think it's a fantastic movie. It's called State of Grace.
That sounds familiar to me.
It's with Sean Penn, Ed Harris, Gary Oldman, Robin Wright's the girlfriend.
Oh.
Basically, it's a story of the three brothers. Sean Penn is the
Is it based on a true story?
I'm not 100% sure on that, but Sean Penn is the undercover, right? And
In Hell's Kitchen.
yeah, and John Turturro is his FBI agent, but Sean Penn's going undercover, and he has to expose the Italian mafia,
Oh.
and his brother's in charge of it. That's Ed Harris, and then Gary Oldman plays the younger brother, who's kind of whacked out of his mind. So if you want really good Gary Oldman,
No, Gary Oldman, yeah.
was in that movie.
Yeah,
and
he played like a Jamaican Rastafarian guy in some love movie. I forgot
Yeah.
the name of it. Yeah.
But and it's one of the very few movies from that time, and actually it's got some pretty decent ratings on IMDb. It's like over 7, which isn't bad.
Oh, you're correct. I'm reading it here. It said, although the film was not a box office success, and its release overshadowed by that of similarly themed Goodfellas.
Yeah,
It was received positively by most critics. Shot in location in New York City, the film was inspired by real-life Hell's Kitchen gang, the Westies. So it is inspired by a true story.
yeah, and but the reason I thought you would get a kick out of that is because Burgess Meredith plays a big role in that.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's
I
in that
love
movie.
Burgess.
Burgess is in that, but
Yeah,
I think
Mickey.
I just think the whole cast. I think it was well cast. I thought it was well put together. It's another one of those movies that when you read a lot of the reviews, the people from that lived in that area will talk about how authentic it is to New York and that style
Right.
of lifestyle. Like when I see a lot of New Mexican movies,
Yeah.
Stuff in Albuquerque, I can say, well, that's not Albuquerque at all.
Yeah, no. I
It's
feel
not Western at all.
I feel the same about Carlito's Way because Al Pacino plays a Puerto Rican and Luis Guzman is in it. John Leguizamo's in it. And I feel like that's one of those films is overlooked. The same thing as Sean Penn. Sean Penn plays the lawyer, and Al Pacino says a really good line to him. He's like, congratulations. He goes, you're no longer a lawyer. Now you're a gangster, and you can't go to school for that. There's a lot of good dialogue in that. Even Viggo Mortensen is in it.
Vigo's in it. Wow, that's back when he was just up and coming.
He was up and coming. I remember Viggo mostly from Daylight with Sylvester Stallone.
Well, my first exposure to him was in Young Guns.
Oh yeah.
Young Guns 2.
Young Guns 2. That's
He
right.
played one of the. He was like the guy that followed Pat Garrett around.
Yeah.
From in Young Guns 2, and hopefully, knock on wood, they'll make the 3.
Young Guns 3.
I don't know how they're going to do it. Emilio Estevez is supposed to be writing that and directing it, but
I haven't seen Emilio in a little bit. He's
been doing a lot of directing on the side.
yeah, behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
Charlie just came out with a crazy documentary on Netflix. That was pretty entertaining to watch.
His brother, yeah.
Yeah, because then you see the other brother, Ramon, who's the spitting image of Emilio and Martin Sheen. So you see Ramon Estevez talking
Oh,
in the interview. Because at first I thought it was Emilio. I was like, oh, it's Emilio. And I was like, oh, it's the other brother. And Sean Penn talks about it too. You see Sean Penn in that.
well, I mean, they.
That's the movie I was going to tell you.
Emilio did a lot of sit-ins for his dad.
Yeah.
It was at the beginning of Apocalypse Now.
Oh, such a great
That
film.
was Emilio.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
Freaking Marlon Brando was a nut in that.
Yeah, but yeah, seriously, State of Grace.
State of Grace.
It wasn't very. The director, Phil Janot, Wasn't very popular, but the reason I liked him was he directed one of my favorite 80s movies. It's called 3 O'Clock High.
3 O'Clock High. Never heard of it.
Never heard 3 O'Clock? Oh my gosh. 3 O'Clock High. It takes place in high school. Casey Simasco is the main character. And
So was this like one of those like those high school films because of Breakfast Club? There was all these high school movies coming out.
sort of. This
Right.
is you're gonna have to look it up. So anyway, 3 O'Clock High. Basically, he's this good kid. He ends up getting into a fight with a guy. The new guy.
1987.
There's a new kid that came into town, and that anyway somehow some way he challenged him to a fight after school.
Right.
And so they're supposed to meet at 3 o'clock after school. And all day long, he's trying to get out of it.
Oh god.
So he trashes. He's in charge of the student store. So he trashes the store, and they blame the kid because he needed the money.
Yeah.
Because he hired the football player to go beat up the guy.
It says here it was a box office failure.
Yeah, it's pop culture though. You talk to any Gen Xer, they're gonna know 3 O'Clock High.
3 O'Clock High. It looks familiar to me. I mean, again, I've seen so many old high school films that they all blend into my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a chance, watch 3 O'Clock High.
'Cause
What was it? 87.
1987.
87. So stars Casey Simasco, another Young Guns kid.
Yeah.
He was also in Back to the Future. You know.
Who was he in Back to the Future?
Oh, he was one of Biff's henchmen in 55.
Was he the
He
one
was the guy with always wear
with
the
3D
shades.
glasses?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's Casey Simasco.
Well, because the other thug in Biff's gang was Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
Yeah. AKA Mr. Titanic.
And then the other, oh my God, what's his name? He's the brown, the
buzz cut.
The buzz cut, yeah.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, he's like the dork thinks he's gonna drown.
Yeah, the dork thinks he's gonna drown.
And then there's still his friends in part 2 in the alternate future.
Yeah.
So the guy with the 3D glasses, he's wearing sunglasses, but they're the same thing. It's like one lens is red, the other one's blue.
Yeah, it was just crazy. So, but yeah, no, Phil Janot did that one, and then he did
Okay.
the Gridiron Gang.
That sounds familiar.
That's relatively much more newer. That's
Yeah.
because it's got The Rock. Where
Yeah,
it's
that I know.
It's The Rock where he basically gets the high school
football team
Yeah, that's when they were
and the
doing
bad
that.
kids out of trouble.
But the big thing that Phil Janot did back then was he did a lot of music videos. Remember, this is the 80s.
oh, like MTV.
Yeah, MTV music videos. So he did a lot of videos for like U2, Bon Jovi.
Yeah, I remember
Tom Petty.
I remember MTV playing music like videos.
Well, that's when MTV was MTV.
Even like in 99, 2000 with TRL. Like I remember coming home from school and watching TRL.
That's when a band would actually put $100,000 into a video.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's when videos meant something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I remember him from. But yeah, no, that cast of State of Grace, John C. Reilly was in that.
John C. Reilly was
John
in
C.
it?
Reilly's in it. Yeah, and
I remember first seeing him in
R.D. Call is in it, I believe.
Hoffa. That was the first time I
Yeah,
saw
Hoffa,
him.
yeah.
I saw him in Hoffa. That was the first time I saw John C. Reilly.
And but yeah, it's just if you get a chance, State of Grace, it definitely
Is it able to stream? You see, that's what we were talking about in the previous episode.
unfortunately, I don't know if it's 100% able to stream. Let's check IMDb real quick.
Because usually it'll tell you where to watch.
If you do on IMDb, it'll tell you what areas that you can watch it on.
It's showing me 4. So apparently you could do YouTube, Google TV, Apple TV, Fandango at home, Amazon Prime. That you could buy it. $3.99.
Yeah, that's a download buy. I mean, once
So-
again, it's
so
not
you-
the physical copy.
Right. So you are able to get. Oh, wait a minute.
So it is on MGM Plus.
Oh, this is
There's,
this is the guy who played the bad guy in Kindergarten Cop. Yeah, I know this actor. Yeah, remember he was in Kindergarten Cop and he had the ponytail
I don't know.
and he's Arnold Schwarzenegger's nemesis. Remember him?
Okay, sort of. Who are we talking about?
The main actor in this movie.
Sean Penn?
No.
Ed Harris?
No, in 3 O'Clock High.
Oh, in 3 o'clock high.
Richard Tyson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also in There's Something About Mary. He played the cop and he started smashing his head
Yep.
on the on
Yeah.
the table because it was hitchhikers, but it made it look like he killed people. But
Well, the hitchhiker did kill somebody because I was a
Right.
dead body in the bag.
but he was like, hitchhikers? Oh no, like
Yeah, because he
6?
got busted because they were at the rest area with his
rest area.
pants down.
And then This actor, he
Richard
played
Tyson. Okay.
Richard Tyson. Yeah, so I
Never happened
first
to that guy. I love that guy.
yeah, well, I remember he was on. Remember in the previous episode we were talking about like those late night things. I remember him on an episode of Red Shoe Diaries, like he cheated on his wife.
Black Hawk Down. Yeah, he's actually got a good filmography. So good for him.
He does, but I that's where I first remember him from
Kindergarten Cop, yeah.
being this scary villain in Kindergarten Cop. Like he beat up Bill Murray's brother just to get the RC car toy set for his son. He goes, "Hey, I'll give you like $100, please." He goes, "Hey, buddy, I'm not gonna give you this thing." He goes, and then he just like does like a 3-hit combo.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think his name was Chris in Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can actually watch State of Grace on streaming sites right now.
State of Grace and 3 O'Clock High. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna put that on my two. But yeah, 3 O'Clock High.
It's a good comedy. You'll like that one.
It sounds good.
It's a comedy.
I love
man.
80s films. I love 80s.
It's just it had some when we were talking about in our other show.
yeah.
that
He plays Buddy Revel in that movie. That's
Buddy.
the actor.
when you talk about styles of directing and utilizing the type of
Jeffrey Tambor's in this. What?
Jeffrey Tambor. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you got a lot of famous people in this movie. Philip Baker Hall. Oh, I remember him. He was in Argo, and Bryan Cranston Ward Ben Affleck. He goes, "Hey, you know those two old Muppets in the Muppet Show?" He goes, "Yeah, these guys are worse."
Oh yeah, it's yeah, definitely check them out. 3 O'Clock High,
3 O'Clock High,
and State of Grace. State of Grace was
State of Grace,
just a great movie that fell through or got overshadowed by
Goodfellas.
By Goodfellas,
Yeah, unfortunately, that does happen with good movies. Like my opinion, Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I really enjoyed, but it was overshadowed and outperformed by Jurassic Park, 1993.
Yeah.
But I thought the whole concept of Last Action Hero was fantastic. The kid gets like a movie ticket. I was almost the kid's age at that time. I was around 6.
Oh, just the cameos alone in
The
that movie are
cameos.
worth it.
Little Richard is in that. Chevy Chase gets knocked down by him.
Yeah.
MC Hammer is John Claude Van Damme. And it's
Danny
just
DeVito's in it.
Danny DeVito's the cat. That's
He's
right.
the cat.
He's the cat.
But
it's
and
just
who was the detective, the lead detective, that the black guy that was always screaming at him?
oh, he was in he was in the 007 movie License to Kill. He's like, "Chainsaw my ass." It was that guy.
God, that guy was a great character actor.
Tina Turner played the mayor of LA.
Oh, that's right.
She had a
Yeah,
cameo. She goes, "This is the lieutenant governor."
Yeah.
And what's his name? Nugan. I forgot his first name. Nugan. He was the bad guy in RoboCop 2.
Okay.
And that actor, he played the Ripper.
Okay.
And then what's his name?
Robert Prosky was on that.
Charles Dance plays Bennett
Yes, the guy with the
glass eye. Yeah.
It went from a happy face to the whatever it was the other
Yeah,
one.
he's like, "Have a nice day." Then, you just see all this action, and I just love the story and the concept. That movie could have a sequel today. We're talking about sequels, not a remake, but you could have The Rock in it. You could have
it
all these
actually
action
was
heroes.
very well directed.
It was when they're on top of the hotel. I think it was like the Marriott or something.
Even the car scenes, the driving scenes.
in the LA River. Yeah.
And just I mean, there was just a lot of things, and like even when the house blew up,
Yeah.
for some reason I keep thinking that's the same house that was in Training Day.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He was like,
I don't know if it is or
"Vengeance
not."
will be mine." He's like, "Don't touch."
Because I had the park across the street, so I was like, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. I have to do a comparison.
you're talking about what's his name? Art Carney played his second cousin Frank.
Yeah.
That house blew up.
That house blew up when Art Carney was in there and he was tied to the chair.
He was tied to the chair. That was his last movie. After that,
Art Carney's.
he just retired after that.
God
Yeah.
bless his soul.
Yeah, he goes, "Jack, listen to me." And he's like dying. He's like, he says, "I'm out of here," and he just like dies.
Yeah, he just did the big thing.
he just
I'm
runs
out
out.
of here.
And then there's a
leaves
cop in the tree branches. He's like, "Only 2 days till retirement," and it's like, "Oh, that's Danny Glover."
Oh,
They're trying to make another Lethal Weapon, but I'm just like, just leave it be.
I'll just let it be. It ended. Lethal Weapon ended perfectly at the end of 4. You don't need another one.
Yeah, they're all a big happy family. Jet Li came out.
Well, when we talk about movies and storytelling like that,
Right.
Lethal Weapon from 1 to 4 had its story arcs.
I didn't like part 2, but I did enjoy part 3.
It had its story arcs from the beginning of who the characters were.
Right.
You got introduced to the characters, and then you got introduced to other characters along the way.
Yeah.
And then 4 ended it all.
It closed the arc.
It closed the arc. It closed the storyline.
Right.
And
I think he should have kept his hair a little longer because his hair was short. It was like the 90s and the leather jacket.
you talking about Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson. I was like, oh, you should have kept your hair longer.
What? No, I think that had to do with the movie he was filming elsewhere.
Oh, was it? He was filming. Oh, was he filming that one with Julia Roberts and Patrick Stewart?
He was doing something else, and I can't remember what else came out that
Ransom.
year.
What was it? His son gets kidnapped. Give me back my son.
It could have been.
Yeah, I forgot the name of that movie. With
but
Lieutenant Dan in it.
I think that was one of those where he had to shave it short
You had to keep it short and not grow
because
it.
he was doing like 2 movies at one time or something like
He
that.
should have wore a wig.
Well, this was the 90s, so it's not like...
Dude, his hair was awesome in part 3. I remember
Yeah.
part 3, but honestly, something about I went back and I watched Lethal Weapon 1. I'm like, wow, this is just a classic. And even the deleted scene, I used it as a post where there's a sniper at the school and
Okay.
he just walks into the line of fire because he's just trying to die.
Yeah.
So what they did was they took out that scene and put the one where he's at the Christmas tree thing.
Okay.
That's where they switched it. But he in the deleted scene, he has a cigarette in his mouth and he's walking slowly towards the sniper and he just shoots him with the handgun. You know, he had a Beretta, 92F, I believe. That was my dad's gun when he was in law enforcement.
Okay.
Yeah. But that house and all that whole block, that's a movie studio lot. That's not a real home.
So it's on,
That's
the,
not-
it's on the lot.
yeah, it's on a lot. It's not a real neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah. What was his name? Gary Busey is the bad guy in that.
That's right.
Yeah, and he does like kung fu and
This
fights
was
him.
before Gary Busey's accident.
I think so. Yeah, when
It
Gary,
was before because...
because after that he
when-
lost his mind.
Yeah, because even prior to that... But yeah, he was...
Buddy Holly.
well, he did Buddy Holly.
Yeah.
But in the Lethal Weapon,
Yeah.
he was awesome as a villain.
Oh yeah. Remember he held his hand above the flame,
Yeah.
his arm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that whole era, 80s, 90s. I mean, there were a lot of movies that got overshadowed by others. I mean, maybe you remember this one, The Funeral,
That sounds familiar to me. The Funeral.
1995, The Funeral.
Wait a minute. I should know that.
Christopher Walken, Chris Penn, Annabella Sciorra.
1996.
86. Okay,
Yes, I do
Isabella
remember this one.
Rossellini,
Benicio del Toro was in it. Yes.
And remember we were talking about David Patrick Kelly.
Yes.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Warriors.
Dude, I was the
And
only
I think
person,
that one's off of a true story too. I
Yeah.
believe.
that was the only person I recognized in John Wick. Everybody's like, huh? Who's that guy? I'm like, dude, that's the dude from freaking Warriors. Like smacking the bottles. And he was
David Patrick Kelly.
he was a cleanup guy in John Wick.
And he was also in Commando.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm noticing a lot of people here in this cast that were also in Copland. Mm-hmm. Annabella was in Copland. John Ventimiglia, who's also
Vincent
in,
Gallo.
Yeah,
I mean that whole movie.
Sopranos as well too. Like
Yeah.
like a lot of them crossed over. Edie Falco's in it. She was in the Sopranos. So I'm seeing a Sopranos cast. Because
So this was 95, yeah. So this is probably this is
96.
right before Sopranos started. Yeah.
Yeah. Paul Perry. Yeah. So a lot of these actors and actresses did small roles or major roles in The Sopranos because Annabella, she was the side chick of Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
And then she was working at the car dealership. She committed suicide. John Ventimiglia, he's the main cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So once again, there's another movie right there with a huge cast of characters.
Gretchen Mol?
And,
yeah.
And it literally has a great storyline. I mean, it's 3 brothers, right?
Right.
And
The Rounders, yeah. Gretchen Mol played Matt Damon's
Vincent
girlfriend.
Gallo plays the younger brother again that kind of goes crazy a little bit.
Yeah.
And
What was it outshadowed
but actually
by?
he's the one that died in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was Christopher Walken, Chris Penn that were trying to find the person that killed him.
Vincent Gallo, yeah.
So it's got a lot of flashbacks. So it's got present day and flashbacks. Present day flashbacks.
Vincent Gallo was also in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Goodfellas.
So, and then that was Benicio del Toro, and I want to say this was after Usual Suspects. So
What year did Usual Suspects come out? 95 or 97?
I want to say 93, 94.
No, it was after that.
No, it was just before it.
Because this movie came out in 96. The Funeral came out in 96. I think,
Usual Suspects was right before it.
let's see. Or maybe it got outshined by Usual Suspects. Maybe it was the same year.
No, there were different years. That's for sure.
License to Kill. Oh, that's right. I forgot he was in License to Kill.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he played the henchman in License. That was his debut.
So 95 was Usual Suspects.
95 was Usual Suspects. The following year was The Funeral. So this was after Usual Suspects.
So, but not by much. So,
No.
but Benicio del Toro, that's when he was just coming out, getting out of his music video days.
Yeah, no. He started off when he was 21 or 20 when in License to Kill. He played a henchman, and then he tried doing acting jobs.
If I ever met Benicio del Toro, I'm going to ask him if he dated Madonna.
From what I heard, he's a real cool guy. He was at a bar in Puerto Rico, and he was just cool with everybody.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
I've only heard good things about him. So.
I always heard good things. I heard he's a very chill guy. That's what I was telling you about, because we were talking about the previous episode about a new original movie that's not a remake, and that's what I just saw was One Battle After the Other with Leo DiCaprio and Benicio. And Benicio just killed it. He did a great job. Have you watched that one yet?
No, I haven't watched that one
You
yet.
should watch it. One Battle After the Other. It should be on HBO Max.
I think, it's still streaming right now. So, but yeah, that movie.
The Funeral. Yeah, I saw that.
And
on TV
I like
a while
it also too because it's like a period piece. So it's 1930s.
Yeah, it's
So-
like noir.
Yeah. So it was, like LA Noir kind of a thing. But
Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's another good one.
yeah.
L.A. Noir.
Yeah. It's but yeah, Christopher Walken, Chris Penn, and I like Chris Penn. It's a shame that he passed away, but
What was it? Drugs?
heart attack.
Heart attack.
He's a big boy.
Oh yeah. I mean, he was great in Rush Hour.
It was Footloose, everything.
He was great in Rush Hour. He goes, I heard you like it. He's like, what do you think? I'm not gonna touch that thing. He goes,
Wasn't
"You're my prince."
he? I think before this, I think one of his last movies was R.I.P.D.
Maybe,
It
yeah.
was R.I.P.D.
He did a
Kevin
great
Bacon.
job in Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Michael Madsen. That was
Yeah.
another one. He goes, what are you trying to tell me? Is that out of the blue, he's just gonna betray?
Yeah. So those are a couple of 90s films. I mean, I got a couple older ones that I think, I don't know if you've heard about those ones, but we can talk about what you got.
I mean, I wouldn't say Gangster so much, but I would say just an overall great period piece that captures the 90s is Jackie Brown.
Oh, Jackie Brown.
That's one of those films where people really don't watch or they don't remember it. Everybody always talks about Pulp Fiction. But for me, Jackie Brown really captures 1997 in my eyes with the cars, the vehicles, the music. They talk about, you see her in what's his
Pam
name?
Grier was hot. I'm just saying.
Pam Grier was in it, and I forgot his name.
Samuel L. Jackson.
I forgot his name. God, what's his name? Such a great actor. He played the bad guy in Delta Force with the mustache. He played a terrorist.
Michael Bowen?
No. Oh God, I'm drawing a blank on the name. Starts with the letter F. Is his last name, I think. He plays Cherry, the not the bounty hunter, but the Bale's bondsman.
Robert Forster.
Robert Forrester. That's him.
Yeah, he was also the guy that put Walter White into hiding.
Yeah, that's right.
He's the guy at the vacuum shop.
Right. The vacuum shop owner. His last role was in El Camino, which is on Netflix, because he had to reprise the role.
Yeah.
That's right. Right. Forrester. So
Yeah, because he had to drive. He had to
drive him to Alaska.
To Alaska in the back of a U-Haul.
yeah, that's like, how the hell was he able to do that?
But Pam Grier had a great career at that point. I think that was
Well,
kind of in her heyday.
Yeah. So what happened was Robert De Niro initially auditioned for the role of Cherry.
Okay.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah, he wants to be part of the group.
Oh, the dog. But yeah, so initially Robert De Niro auditioned for the role of Cherry, and it kind of makes sense because Robert De Niro loves, African American women. And I was just like, oh wow, he could have played that part. But Quentin Tarantino, being the director, he goes, no, I want Forrester. That's who I want. I want Forrester. And also, what's his name? The guy that played Debo in Friday, he played like his right-hand man. Samuel Jackson's the bad guy in it. Michael Keaton is in it. He plays that like a DEA agent.
It's got a
music's
good
great.
rating on IMDb too. It's a 7.5. So
I love Jackie Brown. That's one of my favorite Tarantino films. Everybody always talks about Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, and Glorious Bastards. I'm like, no, the one that captures the 90s for me, and it's like a thriller because you know what's going to happen. Even what's her name when she was skinny there, the actress from is it Jane Fonda? I can't remember her name. She's married to Danny Elfman. She was in Godfather Part 3. She was in Single White Female.
Bridget Fonda.
So Bridget Fonda's in that too. She plays the surfer girl. She plays Sam Jackson's surfer girl, and she pisses off Robert De Niro, and he shoots her in the parking lot because he told her, he's like, not one word. She goes, okay, Lewis. And then he just pulls out the pistol and just starts shooting her. Now, a fun fact about Jackie Brown is De Niro has a specific mustache that's like long, like a handlebar.
Okay.
So that's why if you watch the movie Copland, which came out the same year, they had to reshoot a scene. So when you see De Niro coming out of Police Plaza, you see his mustache is a little weird. And that's because he was filming Jackie Brown.
Oh.
That's why. He's just like, I can't shave my mustache because I'm doing Jackie Brown. So that's why his mustache looks a little weird. And the same thing as Copland. That's another great movie. I wouldn't say... Actually, would you consider that like one of those gangster films? Like is that considered gangster?
Copland?
Copland, I would consider one of those movies for your subject matter here. That's on my list. So you have Donnie Brasco. I consider Copland because the cops are, they're basically working with the mafia. One of them is dirty. They're transit cops, so it's a mafia town, and they.
Well, I would consider it, because it is mafia related.
It's mafia related. They
gangster related.
It's gangster related. They do hits for the mob. So there was going to be a guy that testified because basically all the cops are on the mafia side, and they do hits. Like one of the gentlemen killed another person in jail. So that was the main thing where you see Ray Liotta's upset because his best friend was killed because he was going to rat. And he was killed by a corrections officer.
Well, I will tell you that movie does have a lot of good characters, a lot of good actors in it.
Great actors.
I mean,
Stallone,
huge. I mean, you
Liotta.
got Robert Patrick and Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel was the bad guy.
Well, I think Keitel. It was Peter Berg is in that. Jimmy Garofalo.
Anna is in that. What's her name?
Michael Rappaport. If you're a Michael Rappaport fan.
That's right. He played Superboy. That's right. Where he pulls out the gun and he shoots the guys. Yeah. And it's just that's a thriller. I loved it. It takes place in Jersey.
Frank Vincent is in that movie. Wow.
Frank Vincent plays. I think he plays the mayor or the police commissioner. I can't remember.
John Spencer. Yeah.
So
it's a.
So that for me, I would consider those movies that one of those films that is good, but nobody really talks about or watches.
Well, I mean, you're a big Stallone fan, so of course, yeah, you are. You're a big Stallone fan, so
I do. I like The Specialist.
You're a big Stallone fan. There's nothing wrong with that. I do enjoy a lot of Stallone's movies.
Yeah,
there's a few that are kind of like questionable,
right?
But it does fit into that 97. Was it 97 time frame?
1997.
So, it definitely fits into a lot of what we're talking about, and I think. I'm trying to figure out what else came out that year. I'm trying to figure out what else came out in 97.
Right. And you got Jackie Brown. You got Copland. Copland was great. I'm trying to think what else came out. Oh, L.A. Noire. That came out in 97.
So L.A. Noire was 97?
Yes. Russell Crowe, Kim Basinger. Wasn't it Kevin Spacey? And at that time in 1997 was unique because the architecture was still kind of the same from the 1930s. The problem is when you see movies being made now, perfect example was the movie with Russell Crowe, from L.A. Noire, and Ryan Gosling. I forgot the name of it, but it's supposed to be in the 70s, and they're walking in front of a police station, but the front sign is like almost like LED and stuff like that. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not how the sign would have looked in the 70s. Because back in the 70s was when you take the little letters and you push them in the thing.
You're right.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
And I think also back then they had like all the bulbs and everything.
Right. And you could just tell by the doorbells and where they're walking. I was like, oh, okay, this looks like a 2017 film, but it's like supposed to be in the 70s. That's why I like L.A. Noire, because it was still the same. There was some movie, I forgot the name of it. Was it Gangsterland or something with Sean Penn and what's his name? Ryan Gosling and Oh, what's his name who plays Thanos?
The guy who plays Thanos?
Yeah, he's also in Sicario and
He's in Goonies.
The Goonies. What is his name? I'm drawing a blank on his name. His father was also famous.
I'm going to see if you get it.
Oh, God. I'm drawing a blank. Can you give me a... Oh, Brolin.
There you go.
Brolin. Josh and James Brolin, the
Josh
father and
Brolin.
son. Yeah, father and son, Josh and James Brolin. His father was in Amityville Horror.
His father had a really great career too. So,
Oh, I loved him in Pee Wee Herman.
so another movie in '97, actually, believe it or not, I just
we
had to
got?
cheat and look it up.
No, go ahead.
L.A. Confidential.
L.A. Confidential. Oh, that's what I meant. I said L.A. Noir.
You said L.A. Noir.
That's the game. I'm sorry. L.A. Confidential.
L.A. Confidential.
That's the one I'm talking about with Russell Crowe.
I was like, did he do two at that time?
No. I misremembered the name. L.A. Confidential.
L.A. Confidential.
Yes.
Kevin Spacey. Dude, that movie.
Kevin
Guy
Spacey.
Pearce is in that.
Yes.
Danny
yes.
DeVito gets toasted at the end. James Cromwell. Kim Basinger was fantastic.
And that's what I'm saying. When they filmed that in '97, the houses, the architecture in Los Angeles were still kind of like the same.
A little bit. I mean, it was supposed to be
like the
set in the
30s.
40s or 50s.
1950s. Yeah. So it's like, if you think about it, 1955 or 57 was only 40 years. So that's like if you do a 1986 film, there are still some houses and areas that still have the 1986 look.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, when I think back at L.A. Confidential, I mean, there was a few things on the streets.
Right.
I mean, obviously, I think the police headquarters changed.
Right, it did.
By then, because I think it was even changed. I wasn't say changed right after they did Dragnet again.
Oh, with Tom Hanks and
Yeah,
Dan Aykroyd.
yeah.
That's a classic. That's funny.
Yeah, when Dragnet, because I want to say that was before they did because I don't know, I'm not from LA, so I don't know.
always thought the one limo driver, I thought he played Jaws in 007, but that's not the same actor. It's just he just smiles a lot. I thought that was him.
The big guy in Jaws. The only
Yeah.
thing I remember him from before, believe it or not, was Cannonball Run.
Cannonball Run. Yeah. No, Jaws. Yeah, I forgot his name, but he was also in
I want to say he was
Happy Gilmore.
and I want to say he was a professional wrestler.
No, was he? He was tall. He was like 7'2".
It was big. It was
Yeah.
it was like Andre the Giant size.
Yeah, and Roger Moore is 6'2". And so when you see him standing over Roger Moore, it's like, oh man, he's a big guy.
Yeah, because in Cannonball Run, he was the one that rode around with Jackie Chan.
Oh yeah. Jackie Chan had the black sports car. There was a Cannonball Run Part 2. I remember that.
And then there was a part 2.
Yeah, that didn't do as well.
Yeah, no, it was a Subaru.
It was a Subaru.
Yeah.
Oh,
But,
okay.
But that movie, but even that movie alone just had just an arsenal of talent.
Yeah, Jackie Chan blew up in the 90s. Like, I remember him doing some movie in the 80s where he's in New York and there's a big boat chase. I forgot the name of that one. And he's by the Twin Towers. But yeah, Jackie, I remember him doing a Rumble in the Bronx, and that was a big movie in 96. Even though it was filmed in Canada. It's not the Bronx. But yeah, Jackie Chan was trying because if you ever watch Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee, he's one of the henchmen that Bruce Lee kills and he breaks his neck because Jackie tries to come at him with a stick. And Bruce Lee caught him and broke his neck. And he said he remembered asking Bruce Lee a lot of questions, and Bruce answered them. He goes, how do I do this? How do I get into Hollywood? How do I act? Da, 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 da. And Bruce actually answered his questions, and he kind of was like a mentor as an Asian actor getting into Hollywood. That's what Jackie Chan said. But Jackie decided to go more into comedy because Jackie knows martial arts. He knows how to fight, but he's like, how can I capture the audience and how can I be different than Bruce Lee? And that's what he said. Oh, like maybe let me do comedy. Like when I punch somebody, I shake my hand and it hurts. He did Police Story, all those Police Story films.
Okay.
Yeah. Jackie Chan is literally right now what I could say is a living legend. When Jackie does pass away, people are going to be then talking about all of his films. I mean, he did his own stunts.
Oh, he's done a lot of movies.
Done a lot of movies. I actually saw the new Karate Kid Legends and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank God he redeemed himself on Karate Kid.
Karate Kid Legends. Did you see it with Ralph Macchio, the new one?
Not as of yet.
You should watch it. It's on Netflix.
His version with Jaden Smith was just horrible.
A product of its time.
Oh my God. It was a victim. I'll use victim of its time.
It was a victim of its time. It should have been the Kung Fu Kid because he was learning Kung Fu. But they kind of redeemed that arc where Jackie Chan and Mr. Miyagi were friends, and that it's part of the story where the karate master drifted drunk on a boat into China.
Okay.
And then they taught each other styles, so their styles branched off. So that's where the karate comes from. Okay. And they both teach karate and kung fu to a kid who goes in a tournament in New York.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it is connected with the Karate Kid universe.
Yeah, I just
with Danielson.
Yeah, that was another one of those remakes. It shouldn't have been called the Karate Kid. It should have been called something
Kung
else.
Fu Kid. It should have been the Kung Fu Kid.
Yeah, that would have probably made it a whole lot better.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, but no, Jackie, he did a good job. And Jaden, he just became crazy. Well, then again, if my dad was Will Smith and Jada, and then my mother was like banging my best friend, I would turn out crazy too.
If you were in that family, you'd be
I'd be bonkers. Yeah, definitely. No,
you would not end up well in that family.
No.
I would not end up well in that family.
No, and all the stuff that I'm hearing from the former bouncer or security guard, I'm like, if any of the stuff that he's saying is true, it's like, oof.
Didn't he dress up like super crazy for like the Golden Globes or something like that?
Oh, Jaden? Yeah, he put like a house over his head or something. It was like a big black mansion. And in the front door is his face.
It's like an In Living Color skit or something like that.
Oh, I miss In Living Color.
Oh my gosh.
That was the best.
Like, I don't know if this guy's for comedy, but he's definitely going that direction.
Well, how do you feel about Will Smith being the caliber of the actor that he was in the 90s and the 2000s? Because basically every single year since Men in Black, he did a movie. What is your opinion on Will Smith and his films?
Well, I want to say anything before. In the beginning, they were fantastic.
Right.
But at the same time, too, if you want to compare them apples to apples, I think by that, I mean, I hate to say Ben Affleck in the mix, but
yeah.
I think Will Smith's movies in the beginning were great because he also had a great supporting cast.
Right.
I mean, all the Men in Blacks, I mean, just the cast in those movies were fantastic.
Yeah. And he came out with music for the movies.
Yeah. Wild Wild West.
Yeah, Wild Wild West was a hit song.
Well, it was kind of a remake, but
Once Upon a Time in the West.
Then again, half of his songs are all remakes anyway.
Oh yeah,
or rips and samples.
Yeah, Men in Black is a ripoff of Dread Me Nots or something.
Yeah,
Dread Me Nots.
like literally a lot of them are like literally snippets and
Wild Wild West is from Stevie Wonder.
Like I can't name one song off the top of my head. Even Miami and Let's Get Jiggy with It, they're all rips.
Yeah, even Summertime. Summertime is a ripoff of Kool in the Game.
Yeah. So
no, not Kool in the Game. It was
he became popular because of that, but
yeah.
As an artist, I don't respect him that much because because it's not original stuff.
Did you like was it Enemy at the Gate? What was it called?
So he did a couple of
With
movies.
Gene Hackman?
Well, yes. Once again, it's a great supporting cast.
Right.
But if I'm going to give him credit for something that he did probably like on his own, like he was like 80% of the movie.
Right.
iRobot.
Oh, 2004.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he did iRobot. That was a good one.
The actor that played the scientist in it was in LA Confidential. Remember? He played the Irish guy. He goes, now do you know him, Boyo? That actor, I forgot his name, but he plays the scientist that gives him clues as to what happened.
Yeah, James Cromwell.
James Cromwell. Yeah, he passed away.
No, he's not. No, don't talk about that. Did he really?
I think so.
No, James Cromwell's like 95.
No, he...
No, James Cromwell's still alive.
The guy from Green Mile?
He's been in like 3,000 movies. James Cromwell was like one of the ultimate character actors. He did some Star Trek.
Oh, I had a Mandela effect. I thought he passed away.
1940 is he born.
No,
So
wow.
what is that? 84? 86.
86 years old.
86 years old. Just turned 86.
He married somebody in 2014. Damn.
Well, you know.
You could keep it up, huh?
Well, if Jeff Goldblum can do it, you can do it.
Jeff Goldblum is the man. But you know what? We're talking about Will Smith. There was somebody coming up at the same, or just before, and then he like stopped. And it's Keenan Ivory Wayans, because you mentioned In Living Color. Keenan Ivory Wayans was doing all those type of movies. Remember, he was like being a big actor. He was in some movie with Angelina Jolie's father, where he was framed for doing a sniper kill and stuff like that. It was kind of like Shooter, but it was in the 90s.
Yeah, I think he also got overshadowed a lot too, because Wesley Snipes was pretty big at the time.
Wesley Snipes was coming up at the time. Yeah, but
Keenan
Ivory Wayans was also in The Glimmer Man with Steven Seagal.
Yeah, I think Keenan probably was a victim of not getting good roles.
Okay, because I remember Keenan Ivory Wayans was coming up, and then Will Smith kind of took that spot.
Yeah,
I loved in Living Color.
I think it was along the lines of like he just wasn't presented with good roles.
Even the music was good, like the intro song. In Living Color. Jim Carrey was in there.
Oh my God, that whole cast was fantastic.
Yeah, Tommy
Davidson,
yeah.
David Allen Greer, J-Lo, if you want to consider her. Then.
She was a fly girl, yeah.
She was a fly girl.
Yeah,
she didn't speak any, but
you know what's so funny? If I remember, the rumors are true that J-Lo and Rosie Perez have a beef. Still to this day, they don't like each other because Rosie Perez was the casting dance person for the show, and then she had a fallout with Rosie, and she basically told her to go F herself, and then J-Lo became more famous than Rosie. Yeah. But Rosie's one of those New Yorkers that's just like real. And you're doing something, she's just gonna tell it to your face. Like that's just how she is.
Yeah, and Rosie Perez actually had her own great career, and in
the 90s, yeah, she did.
And
now,
then,
not so much.
What do you mean? She's the owner of a football team. Is it football or basketball?
Well, she owns the Dolphins?
No, like Atlanta.
What?
It's either the Falcons or the. It's not baseball. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, she's a part owner. Her husband's the owner.
Well, yeah, her husband.
Well, the two of them are. It's like, no, honey, I only own this. You don't get shit.
It says here she owns a cafe.
Am I thinking somebody different? I thought it was her.
No, I know that Mark Anthony is part owner of the Miami Dolphins. That I remember. I don't think so. Hold on. Well, let me put in Rosie Perez sports. I know she did. No, I know she did sports commentary because she would do boxing commentary. But I don't. No, I'm not seeing anything. The first lady of boxing. That's about it. Nope, she don't own shit.
Oh, sorry. All right, my bad. I'm thinking of Jamie Gertz.
Who?
Jamie Gertz.
Who the hell's that?
Oh my God, seriously? I think we got cows. Twister. Oh my God. She was in Lost Boys.
Oh, the pretty woman with the brunette that played the psychologist.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she's gorgeous.
Jamie Gertz is the one that owns
That's right. She was in Lost Boys with the curly hair. Oh, she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
Well, now she's like a Silver Fox, but back then.
She's a cougar. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Jamie Gertz.
Jamie Gertz. Like, yeah, I said, who's Jamie Gertz? And you're just like...
Shit my pants.
That's right. That was, you know what? Now I'm thinking about, there are a lot of movies made where it's like, it's okay for the audience to like someone that's doing something bad. It's just like, wait a minute, like Runaway Bride. She's literally leaving her husband for Richard Gere. And the audience is like, oh yeah, they're in love. And I'm like, no, she's like an asshole for doing that. And the same thing as Titanic is like, she's engaged and then she's running off with Jack. And I'm just like, I'm looking at all these movies. I'm like, these people are assholes, and you're like supposed to like them.
Yeah, I think only the woke people get that.
I don't think
I'm not calling you woke. I'm just saying.
I don't think I'm woke. It's just that I don't fall for those love stories. Like The Wedding Singer. It's a great film, but it's like her too. She's leaving her husband.
Okay, so first off, you don't watch The Wedding Singer because it's a great film. You watch it because
It's funny.
It's nostalgic.
Oh, it is nostalgic.
It's
Yeah, it's
funny.
funny nostalgic.
You take off the t-shirt before the band breaks up. Okay, seriously.
Oh, the Van Halen shirt.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. I always
The
laugh.
band. This was before Hagar took over.
I always laugh when you see his friend walking up the sidewalk and he's got like the black and metal belt and he's got like the funky colored shirt and he's got the mullet with the mustache, but he looks stylish.
It's just when it also had just a great cast of characters.
Right, it did.
It was but then again, Adam Sandler's, for me it's hit and miss. I mean, there's great movies that
That's
he's
true.
done.
Yeah. He did a cowboy one I didn't like, where he played like an Indian or something. I didn't like that one.
Oh my god, was it The Hateful Eight? No.
The Hateful Eight. That's it. Yeah, the Hateful Eight.
Come on, it's got Terry Crews in it. It's funny as hell.
I tried. I was just like,
What's the dude from Twilight? Tyler something.
Yeah.
He plays
Yeah.
the inbred kid that just like stupid and like nothing hurts him. He
I
gets
mean-
hung in it.
you have the Water Boy, which is hilarious. You have Big Daddy. That's another one that takes place in New
Was it
York.
Vincent D'Onofrio? Is it Vincent D'Onofrio? Who's the big guy in that one?
Vincent D'Onofrio? Yeah.
I think he's in that one, or am I thinking the
The Hateful
Magnificent?
Eight. No, you think of Magnificent
Magnificent
Seven.
Seven?
Yeah, where he
Who's
plays the burly guy.
Who's the big guy in that movie? But then it's got John Schneider. Come on.
I'll try and watch it again. It's a Netflix film, so I'll try and watch it again. But I like the films that he did with Jennifer Aniston. I thought those were pretty good. And of course, he did kind of like the baby sequels. What's the word I'm looking for? Where it's a sequel, but spiritual sequels. So he did the spiritual sequels with Drew Barrymore, which was
Like 50 First Dates.
50 First Dates, and then Blended, where they go to South Africa.
Yeah, I think
was
he
a
ruined
decent
his career when he got Kevin James involved.
Oh, Kevin James, poor guy.
Poor guy, victim. But
Wait, what was that whole thing with him at the Super Bowl? He's sitting with the tuxedo.
I don't know. I didn't see that part. I was trying
You
to
didn't see
understand what Bad Bunny was saying.
Oh, I understood. I understood.
Do you see the rips on it where they basically the guys are doing they strip down all the background music?
Well, you know what
They're like, what the hell is he saying with no music?
well, they did an AI. So for those of you that really want to know what he's singing, they did an AI where it's translated to English. He's like, he's like, Auntie, I don't have many girlfriends. Not many girlfriends. So if you really want to know or curious what he says, there is an AI video of translation.
For the record, you are from Puerto Rico, so you're close. Well, will be from Puerto Rico.
Well, I
You have ties.
I'm not a fan of his music per se. I don't think he's that good of an artist. I think Ricky Martin I think Ricky Martin is a good singer. I think Mark Anthony's a good singer.
Are we just talking about Latino singers?
No, they're Puerto Rican, and like if I had to choose a Puerto Rican artist, that it would be like someone that's more in the salsa or pop range. So Ricky Martin is a very good pop artist, but he just, he had his whole time in the '90s in El Menudo.
Well, he
and all
was
that.
the face of Menudo, and then he did the Living La Vida Loca craze.
Living La Vida Loca was great.
Insane.
Yeah, he crossed over.
And
I mean, I like all Latin artists. Shakira, like I believe it or not, I like Shakira more than J-Lo.
I tell you what though, where I gained the most respect for him
Yeah.
was I like music theater, and he played the narrator Che in the theater show Evita.
Oh, Evita, yeah.
The movie version has Antonio
Don't cry for
Banderas.
me, Argentina.
Ricky Martin was fantastic in that show.
Yeah.
The live show with him on it. When I went to go see it, I was just blown. I was like, "Are you kidding me? Ricky Martin's here."
Did you like the Madonna version
I enjoyed the movie. I thought the movie was well done.
with Antonio Banderas?
Antonio Banderas, and
Yeah.
I thought it was a well done movie.
I mean, I think Latin culture is slowly pouring in because that's the demographics changing. It's going to change by 2050.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it was stereotyped for many years
Oh yeah,
because you
Zorro.
You got, well, not only that. I mean, you talk about Latin culture movies and stuff back in the 80s and stuff.
Right, in the 90s.
It was always ghetto thugs.
Yeah.
Living on, and I hate to say this. This is where I think the misconception is Latinos, American Latinos are different than Mexican or South American Latinos.
Yeah. Yeah.
So American Latinos, we didn't grow up on the farms. We didn't grow up, working fields or anything like that. They're all hard laborers.
Yeah.
Or other things within, but when the Hollywood depicts
Right. Us.
Latinos, it's always like, oh, well, you grew up on the farm, or like
La Bamba.
La Bamba.
Yeah. There we go.
You're out
It's
picking
like-
oranges and stuff like that.
Right,
No, not
right.
all of us are like that.
What was the name of that jail movie with he's like white, but he's like pretending to be Mexican?
Oh, you talking about Blood In, Blood Out?
Blood In, Blood Out. Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah,
Well, he was white because
he was white.
because in the storyline, his mom is Mexican, his dad
Dad
is
is
white.
white. Yeah. He
And
goes,
then-
I want that bombom.
And then give me la mamosa.
Yeah.
And then his parents split, so he
Right.
went to go live with his dad in Vegas. And then him and his dad had a fallout, so he went back home to LA.
To LA, and then he got in trouble.
And he went there because he didn't fit in, because because of your color of your skin.
And he talks like, yeah, they call him the white boy and all that.
But here's the crazy part, though.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, there's a lot of deep, hardcore Mexicans that are white, like
Yeah.
whiter than white.
Yeah.
I mean,
I didn't know that Devin Booker was Mexican. I just found that out
there's
from the Phoenix Suns.
okay, yeah. There's a lot. Like, I can't tell you how many kids I went to school with that I thought were they're white, but they had like a last name of like Arzate or something like that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you're whiter than white.
Yeah, but that's because that's like Canelo Alvarez. He looks Irish.
Yeah,
He's a Mexican boxer, but he looks Irish.
yeah. So it's like the don't judge the book by the
No,
cover thing.
because there's a lot of Puerto Ricans that are like that too. There's a lot of white Puerto Ricans that
Well, Fluffy said it best. Puerto Rico has the best mix of every color in the rainbow.
we do. We have Chinese Boricuas too.
Yeah,
we have some Chinese speaking.
He says, when I go to Puerto Rico, I can't tell who's. They're white, they're brown, they're black,
everything. Yeah, we got everything on the island.
That's what he said. It's,
Oh yeah.
it's a funny joke if you ever catch it. But
No, anytime I go to PR, like I don't try and. I learned that lesson. I was like, I tried speaking English to somebody that I thought was a visitor from the island. He's like, no, I'm from here. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I speak to him in Spanish. But yeah, no. I honestly, the culture's changing for the best part. I think this past Super Bowl was like a real awakening. Is like, hey, y'all need to get out this bubble and understand that the nation is changing. There's a primary culture that's slowly taking over. And people need to get used to it. Whether it's Colombian, Mexican, Puerto Rican, we're all blending in.
I think the hard part is the fact that because there's so many different cultures, there's so many different traditions.
Right.
It's how do you blend that all together?
And how do you create an identity?
Yeah, because somebody from Mexico is going to act totally different than somebody from Guatemala.
Right. And that's what I noticed here is that when I speak Spanish with certain Mexicans here in Arizona, they're like, wait, what's that word that you're using? I'm like, bizcocho. They're like, no, we call it pastel. I'm like, oh, okay.
It's everything
It's
from
different words,
from language to
dialect,
work habits to just beliefs, cultures.
even games. Like I brought out a dominoes table, and a lot of them didn't know how to play. But you go to the East Coast, the Dominicans, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans. We know there's a dominoes table in a Dunkin' Donuts parking lot in Perth Amboy, New Jersey, right now as we speak.
Yeah, so it's the Latin Americans coming in, but it's like, how do you blend all those together?
You can't.
It's hard. Well, yeah, because New York Mexicans. I mean, the food. I mean, just alone.
I love Mexican food.
Well, okay, let's go. We're going to talk about that on another podcast because we can talk about the differences between Mexican,
Oh yes,
Puerto Ricans, New Mexican, what I've nicknamed as Arizonican.
Oh, what? Okay, we're gonna talk about that the next episode.
Oh yeah, the different types of foods and the type of ingredients that they use.
Oh yes,
And then how they put them together, and then we may have something simple like your empanadas were great.
Thank you.
However,
What?
some people call them something else somewhere else.
Oh, we call them pastelillos.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You know, and the same thing with like something.
My empanadas were great, but excuse me.
It's like it's everything from like, you know, how, you know, like a tostada is.
I'm sorry. Did you say something about my empanadas?
Because you're gonna bring out the devil in me.
I said they were fantastic. They were good.
Oh, well, thank you.
If anything, it didn't have enough meat, but
All right, this is an announcement. I did not put in enough meat in my empanadas because I'm a cheap fuck.
but no, it was but it was the thing of like if you go to like Mexico and buy a tostada, it's gonna be completely different than it is here in the United States.
That is true. Yeah.
You know, or you know, you go someplace else like on the West Coast or versus the East Coast, and they'll use corn tortilla versus a flour tortilla, or
That's
they'll
right.
just like huevos rancheros or something like that.
Well, I noticed Arizona, you're in between because they do ask, like, to get us, maíz or to get us flor. And they'll ask you that.
Hence Arizonican.
Arizona. Oh.
And everything from the cheeses that they're used versus the biggest differentiating thing is the chili.
The chili.
The chili.
Why? Because they add beans and stuff to it, but the other one doesn't?
No, it depends on the kind of chili that you use. I mean, you know, like New Mexican chili is all hatch red and green chili, but a lot of places use Anaheim. The little green
green one?
the tomatillos.
The tomatillas I've seen mostly.
You know, they'll use the tomatillos. They'll
Yeah.
use all different.
That I'm used to.
They'll use all different kinds of types of chilies, even
Okay.
though it's a chili pod.
Right.
It's a different chili, and they all have different tastes and different flavors.
Right.
And so
I think it depends on the area of the Mexican immigrants going into certain areas because in New Brunswick, New Jersey, it's a very strong Mexican population, but they're not from Sonora. They're from somewhere else. I forgot the name of the town. But it's like, I guess you're from certain regions, they cook differently.
yeah.
So where are the new Mexicans from? Because I notice a lot of people in Arizona, in this area, they're from Sonora or Chihuahua.
So you really want to go into the history of New Mexican culture?
Okay, we're gonna do that for the next episode. We're already an hour and 26, but we're gonna save it for episode 3. I'll talk to you guys later. Do you have anything to say before we go?
Guys, thank you guys so much for making this happen.
Yes.
You know, seriously, this is years in the making, I would say.
Yeah, I would say about at least a couple of years.
Yeah, I hope we give you guys some good things to think about
tips,
and
yeah.
laugh and enjoy what we have to sit and talk about. And if you guys have any ideas, just hit us up. We're more than happy to bring
Write
them
in
up
the
on the next show.
comments. Yes.
And if you just happen to be a big name star, John Bernthal, and
John Barenthal, yeah.
yeah, we'd be more than happy to have you guys on the show.
All right. I'll see you guys in a little bit.
All right, peace out, everybody. Enjoy your day.